Hey guys, Thomas from thesouthernislands here. We are back again with a weekly battle showdown at Bonus Vicious Games. It's a weekly gym session, Swiss 1. Keith playing Cynthia's Garchomp and Jasper playing his trusty Charizard deck. Yeah, so not really sure how Cynthia's gonna fare since it's not widely played at the shop. But it's always nice to see new decks. Yeah, don't mind the stand. Apparently Keith just put it this way. Okay. So the idea is to tank with Cynthia's Garchomp and somehow just outgrind your opponent. But I think Cynthia's Garchomps do have an issue with like Gorangos or maybe Zap that can like hit to high damage with the bombs, with the Dusclops. So we shall see. Okay, so we just set it up quickly. Okay, standard. Okay. I always appreciate a Pidgeot Zap deck because I feel it's better than like whatever the Dragapult version was. Yeah, I don't really enjoy a two archetype deck. Yeah, feels always a bit too greedy for Pokemon. Okay, hitting the Rosary. Bring up. Okay. Okay. So for Jasper wise, pacing is very important. We'll try its best not to anyhow take prizes. Okay. Sure. A Chiyu. Yeah, it's a new card from the set. From the Destined Rivals. Yeah, the Tsu is pretty interesting. If a Satyr is in play, it does 120 damage. So it answers a lot of things like Dilma's Autopon and whatever. So it's a pretty good secondary attacker for that. Yeah, and the Allure draws you 2 cards lah, if there's ever a need for it. Yeah. For Cynthia Garchomp wise, if nothing much happen, you'll corkscrew drive to draw you do for one fighting, you do 100 damage and draw till you have 6 cards. Because from what you see from Keith's side, you know that he don't have a lot of draw engine. So somehow Cynthia's Garchomp is the attack is kind of the draw engine. Yeah, so the second attack is Draconic Buster, 260 damage. Discard all energy, which is not the worst. Yeah, and it's free retreat lah. So it works with the Spirit Tomb too. So the Spirit Tomb does 10 damage for each counter on your bench Cynthia's Pokemon. So yeah, it can go up to pretty crazy amount. Yeah. So with a full setup, you can get around like a pretty tanky Cynthia's Garchomp to soak up all the damage. Yeah, so if you use the Cynthia's power weight, it gains 7 plus 70 HP. So you get to 400 HP for the Cynthia's Garchomp. Pretty tanky boy. So see how Jasper navigate through this. So one thing about Zard is without the bomb is quite hard to hit 400 damage. So if Keith's last two, like if Keith just has a very tanky boy and towards the end game, Jasper might have a hard time knocking out his Pokemon. Okay, so like, why would Jasper just don't go on offensive? Because now, when Cynthia's Garchomp come out, Zach would have to try to let the Cynthia's Garchomp to take more prizes, so to hit higher. Yeah, so it's a kind of a pace like you cannot just keep trying to knock out things. Okay, so now the main thing that Jasper is always looking at is Keith's prizes. So how can he force Keith to take good prizes on the least impactful Pokemon while he slowly farm up damage for his EX? Yeah, so that's how, like, instead of Keith picking off the Fezan is, I feel, a bit of a dangerous move, because yeah, when the Duskull comes out, he can make a better, like, Jasper can make a better choice of how he's gonna spread the damage and whatever with Duskull or Duskull, whichever he likes. Okay, so that can be. Yeah, so one thing about the Cynthia's Garchomp is it cannot really knock out something straight, like the big stage tools. So it's a bit grindy, and since it doesn't have a draw engine, you see, so it's often punished by IOs. Yeah, so it's kind of the problem with this new trainers archetype, because they don't really work well with other engines. So oh wait, he evolved another Garchomp. He should have done that, because now all Jasper need is to go fetch a boss order. Why would he do that? Okay, sure, see the boss order. Okay. I guess it's a misplay on his part. Yeah, if he were to keep just one Cynthia's Garchomp, he would have won the game, I guess. Yeah, so right. See you next one. Hi guys, I'm thesouthernislands here. We are back with the Swiss 2 of the Standard Battle Showdown at Goodness Gracious Games. We're having Nick playing the Rockets deck and Kenneth playing a Charizard deck. So we will see how weakness comes to play. Yeah, I don't know if the Rocket deck is the smoothest deck to play. I tried it out. It's not the best. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Kenneth has Balls of Steel to bring Glass Weakness deck into Rocket format. Yeah, oh, yeah. So you will see the Tarantula, you will see the Spidops come into action. Always cool to see new decks. Because favorite Pokemon, Mew and Mewtwo. Yeah, so whenever there's a chance for him to play a Mewtwo deck, he would. So the Proton, this supporter is pretty cool. You can use it on the first turn. Search for 3 basic Rockets Pokemon, put to hand. You don't need to play it on the field. Pretty cool. Okay, so Tarantulas, Spidops attack is 30 times based on how many Rocket Pokemon. And yeah, you really need to fill your board up. Yeah, it's a deck that requires a lot of like setup. Now Kenneth has a pretty smooth start. He's, I think it's 14. he did tell me that his proxies are puffins. Yeah. Going for a very traditional way. He's probably gonna go for a cleffa. Afterwards. Wow. Wait, it's 2 puffins. Let's get about the end. As predicted, he's playing the cleffa to draw to 7. Okay, this time. Okay. He's playing Pokegear to search the boss. Okay, sorry, not the boss. Rockets Giovanni. So it's if you guys have played from Sun and Moon, there's this card called Guzma. You gas your opponent's Pokemon and you move one of your bench Pokemon to the front. Yeah. Oh, boom. Wow. Hero's Cape on the Mewtwo. Wow. Nicholas is not giving chance. Yeah, so why would it be a big PG? Why would people aim a PG over a Charizard deck? Because PG is what fixes the Charizard deck. Yeah, because the Pidgeot, like every turn one Pidgeot, right, is really like devastating. Yeah, and by knocking out a one prizer, the Zard isn't dealing that much damage yet, so his Mewtwo can actually soak up some damage first. So it's fine. Yeah, so technically, if Nicholas plays Wobbuffet, he can kinda heal his. Yeah, he moves the damage from a bench Rockets Pokemon. Yeah. Okay. That setup. Okay, so one thing about the Rockets Mewtwo deck, right, is there's no way of you to search the Rockets energy. There's no way. The only way that you can search it is through like Towards Tenacity, which is a pretty weird card to play in the deck. But yeah, so effectively you need quite a bit of you need quite a bit of like setting up. Okay, get the Mewtwo. Sure. Okay, so Zard is not afraid of the Mewtwo, but Zard is afraid of the Spinops. Yeah, because if your one prizer can somehow knock out, yeah, and the Mimikyu can also copy Zard's attack, so it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I think this Rocket deck has like a 2-time effective against a Zard deck. No, if your local meta has a lot of Zard decks, maybe this is the deck that you should play. But against that other decks, it's a bit weak. Okay, Nicholas is going the full Monty before Spiders at the bench. Okay, already bam. Okay, so it's 180 times 2, 360 because of weakness. Yeah, so it's either you spawn a full board of Spider Up, then you do energy switch, or you can just search energy through like normal means of like open vessels or whatever. Yeah, so it's not bad. The Articuno stops Rockapop's attack. Yeah, it doesn't let you plant damage on your Tarantulas, which is godsend because yeah, the Tarantula is like 50 HP. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So we shall see what happens. Yes, you can use a Charmeleon to hit back, but it's pretty bad trade. Let's see what happens with now. He's probably I will use a Charmeleon to attack to at least get back the price trade. But Yeah, it's quite painful. Like all your Zard setup. I feel like against this deck, you cannot even use the Zard to attack. You have to play something else. Yes, I guess he's doing it. Please don't evolve. Please don't evolve. No. That can be a. Oh, it's on a clock. It's gonna dust. That's not. Maximum belt. Okay. Sure. Got a bomb. The price. Two price. It's really dangerous territory for Kenneth here because yeah, it's just one Giovanni away from winning. Okay, so see. Okay, it's going up on the side. Yes. Okay. Okay, he's gonna cruel arrow lah. He's gonna use the Fezan's attack, which is not the worst, I guess. Yeah, it's not oh okay. So by doing this, Kenneth is betting on Nick having a bad hand. Yeah, and Mimikyu has a free. Oh no. Oh no. He has everything. Okay, okay. Well, no choice. It's Zard's weakness. Alright, we will go to the next one. Thank you guys. Hi guys, I'm Sanas here. We're back with the sushi of the weekly Pokemon Showdown happening at Goodness Gracious Games. Okay, today we have on the left Edmund playing Rocket's Mewtwo and Judge Joel playing Cynthia's Garchomp. Yeah. Both of them are not playing their pet decks. Edmund's pet deck was like Gardevoir and Joel's is Gotengo. I guess they're trying something new this week. Props to them. Yeah, we should see how it goes. So now we will see how the Rocket deck will fare against a deck that's not within their grass weakness. So they actually have to use Mewtwo to attack. So let's see. What happens going first? Okay. An early attachment. I wonder why it's so such in a hurry. Okay. Because actually I feel like unless you are playing Ariana, unless you're playing like Ariana or whatever, you shouldn't be so hasty on your attachments. Yeah, because this deck don't have a lot of like resource management cards. So actually all your cards in your hand is actually quite important. Okay, so going for the evolution route. Okay, so PM Evo is actually quite important in this deck because yeah, bye. Okay, so if job play is it this way, it's actually quite risky because he has to go all in with the Garchomp play lah. So see what happens. Actually, I feel a pretty good partner card with Garchomp is actually the Power Glass from Shrouded Fables. Yeah, so actually like you can kinda accelerate your deck somehow. Yeah, so that's a good way to play. Okay. Going in. Okay, so the Roselia stacks. Yeah, so let's see what happens. Sit out. Yeah, so like now you will see the weakness of the Rocket deck because they don't have a lot of pivot, so their attacker seems to be quite weak lah. So to aim the Roselia or something. Okay. Okay. Taking the one price. Yeah, so what Joel can do is just relax and just let the Garchomp work lah. Yeah. So the Garbite can find any Cynthia Pokemon. So yeah, you can slowly set up. Okay. Okay, so to make it really easy for people to understand how the Garchomp deck works, right, is you just have a very big stick and wall in front. You just hit until where it's close to getting knocked out, retreat, use a Spiritomb and hit again. Yeah, so how long your Garchomp stay outside really does matter. Yeah, so we will see. Okay. Drawing with the Stadium. It's a pretty strong card, the Rocket State, the Rocket Factory. When I first read the card, I thought it was like okay. It's actually really good. Okay. So now okay, so now all you have to do is stay back, relax, and just draw them fighting energies. You just hit it because you don't care. You just retreat and hit. It's probably pretty useless in this matchup. Okay. Spiders. Why is the Rocket's energy there? Yeah. I feel the Rocket deck can work, but you need to fine tune it. Yeah, it's not so out of the box good. So probably have to wait for some major events. Okay. Speaking of one prizes. Oh, speaking of the Garchomp. Okay. Sure. Not bad. Okay. Okay, the Rocket Watch Tower stops all colorless. They don't care lah. He just don't want to let him draw with the factory. So, yep, good play. Sets them. Wow. Judge Joel does really like to play all the judge cards, like judge style cards. Right. Locking out. Bam. Okay. Taking the 2 price. So Joel is really ahead. See what happens. Okay, so Ariana, draw to 8, draw more cards. Yeah. So the Transceiver is actually a very strong card. Oh, I never thought they would do something like this. Again. Yeah. Luckily the supporters aren't the best. Okay, looks like Edmund can't do much. I think he got to concede now. Okay, guys, thanks for joining us. See you next time.